is like a hungry sponge. It's constantly absorbing it.
You're so good to me, baby, baby. I wanna lock you up in my closet when no one's around. I wanna put your hand in my pocket and catch you loud. I wanna drive you into a corner and kiss you without a sound. I wanna stay this way forever. I'll say it loud. Now you're in, can't get out. You make me so hot, make me wanna drop. You're so ridiculous, I can barely stop. I can hardly breathe, you make me wanna scream. You're so fabulous, you're so good to me, baby, baby. You're so good to me, baby, baby. I can make you feel all better. Just take it in, and I can show you all the places you've never been. And I can make you say everything that you never said. And I will let you do anything again and again. Now you're in, you can't get out. You make me so hot, make me wanna drop. You're so ridiculous, I can barely stop. I can hardly breathe, you make me wanna scream. You're so fabulous, you're so good to me, baby. You're so good to me, baby, baby. Kiss me gently, always I know. Hold me, love me, don't ever go. You make me so hot, make me wanna drop. You're so ridiculous, I can barely stop. I can hardly breathe, you make me wanna scream. You're so fabulous, you're so good to me. You make me so hot, make me wanna drop. You're so ridiculous, I can barely stop. I can hardly breathe, you make me wanna scream. You're so fabulous, you're so good to me, baby. You're so good to me, baby. You're so good. You're so good to me, baby.
So that is Hot by Avril Lavigne. Next week, Thursday, you guys will be hearing Smile by Avril Lavigne. So, in the last chapter, so today we are starting a new book. The last chapter that we read in the last book we were doing was Back to School, and that was chapter 28. There's no continuation after the story. Yesterday, I told you that we were going to be doing, a new story involving One Direction. And this one is called The Nerd, it's called Liam Horney, Boy X Boy, and it is... So this book is by Smile Beautifully, 123. I will put a link to this story in the description below so you guys can read along. So we're going to be doing this, and then we're going to be doing chapter 1. So, Niall Horn is just known as the nerd of high school. He gets picked on all the time, even gets beat up once or twice a week, or a day. His father is an alcoholic ever since his mother and big brother died in a car crash a few years ago. His father isn't ever home most of the time, only to ask Niall for money to go to the bar. Niall works at Nando's every day after school. His boss, Paul, is basically more a father to him than his actual one. When he doesn't have work, he still goes there just to talk to Paul. He works with his best friend, Harry Styles. They've known each other for years, but Harry goes to a different school than him. He knows what happens to Niall, but Niall won't let him do anything about it. Niall also has one problem. He's truly, madly, deeply in love with the school jock, Liam Payne. Chapter 1. I walked down the busy hallway in this horrid school. As I pushed my glasses back up on my nose, as they were falling down. I hugged my books close to my chest, and I just looked down at my feet as I walked quickly to my locker. Oof! I groaned as I got slammed into my locker by someone. My books fell on the ground as my papers flew everywhere. I fell to the floor and started to pick up everything when my glasses fell to the floor. I heard a husky laugh right before I heard snap. He stepped on my glasses. Come on, Horn. We've been through this. You get out of my way when I'm walking past you. Ollie Burrs, one of the people who harasses me, said as I found my glasses and put them back on my face. There was a huge crack in the right lens. I looked up as he laughed and walked away and stood by his locker with his girlfriend, Cheryl Lloyd. She started giggling at him. I sighed and continued to pick up everything. Excuse me, but I think you dropped this, a deep voice, and I looked up to meet beautiful brown eyes. I knew who it was right away, Liam Payne. I blushed a bit as he handed me my notebook. As I looked down and took it from him. Thanks, I mumbled as I finished picking up everything and then rushed down the hall. No problem, he called down the hall, but I didn't turn around. He was the most popular guy in school, and I had a major crush on him. Yes, I'm gay, but not many know about that. I sighed and walked to my locker and grabbed my bag and put everything. I slung it over my shoulder and shut the lock, then shut and locked my locker. I'm in my third year of high school. I'm dying slowly in this damn hellhole. I'm invisible to everyone unless someone tells me to do their homework for them, or someone just feels like beating me up. I'm really smart, as my teachers would say. I could have gone to college if I wanted to, but I don't have the money. My dad got laid off from his job. I work at Nando's after school to get some cash to live off, but usually my dad ends up taking them from me to buying alcohol for himself and get drunk. My mother and my brother Greg were in a car crash 2 years ago, and they were hit by an 18-wheeler and died on impact. I miss them both so much, but I can't focus on that right now. I walk out of the school, and then the short mile to Nando's. I walked in, set my bag down in the kitchen, being greeted by Paul. Niall, great to see you, lad, he said with a smile on his face. I rolled my eyes and laughed a bit. Paul, you see me every day, remember? I said as he shrugged, and I smiled and put on my uniform. Then I'm instructed to wear. Harry ran to the restaurant, his hair all windswept as he was out of breath. A few people that were here gave him a weird look as he looked around, blushing and laughed nervously. Huh, I'm alright. I said, giving them a thumbs up. I rolled my eyes and tried to solidify a laugh as he walked slowly in the kitchen. Okay, I'm sorry I'm late, he said, giving me a weird look. What do you mean? You don't even have to be here until 4. It's only 3, man, I told him. But my phone went off saying I was late. Louis, he growled as I laughed. Louis is Harry's boyfriend. He always messes with him, and he must have messed with the alarm on his phone. He dialed his number in the phone and put on speaker. Why, if it isn't my dearest little haze bear, Louis' voice said through the phone. Louis, you are so dead when I get home, Harry said, and Louis laughed and smiled. Come on, Hayes, you should have saw them. I'm coming. Fall asleep with your phone unlocked. Ha! Louis exclaimed, and Harry rolled his eyes and laughed a little bit. Yeah, well, there's no point in going home as my shift starts soon. Bye, Lou. Love you. He said, bye, Hayes. Love you too. Tell Nye I said hi. He said, hey, Lou, I yelled. Oh, well, hi, Nye. He said as I left before grabbing a notepad and a pen as Harry wished him a goodbye once again before hanging up. I walked to the kitchen and froze by who I saw in my section of the restaurant. Liam and his friend, Zayn Malik. Wait, Nye, I heard Harry say as I mentally thanked him as I turned around. Yeah, Hayes? I asked. What happened to your glasses? He asked. He asked me sighing. Ollie happened, I whispered and just nodded. Why don't you just get contacts? He said. Hayes, I don't have money to buy something, and I don't particularly need. I don't need to buy something that I don't particularly need. We've been over this, I said inside. Why don't you let me and Louis give you some money? You need it. He said, and I shook my head. I don't want your money, Harry. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a table to tend to. I said, turning on my heel and walking slowly to Liam's table. I gulped loudly as he caught my eye and gave me a smile. Hello, I'm Niall. I will be serving you today. I stuttered. I know who you are, Liam said, smiling up at me. I just nodded. Can I get you anything to drink? I asked. I'll have a Coke, Liam's friend Zane said. I nodded before writing it down. Then looking at Liam. I'll just have water. Thank you. He said, and I nodded once more before writing it down. Are you ready to order? Do you need a little more time? I asked, fully getting rid of my stutter. We'll order now, Zane said. I nodded as getting my pen ready. I'll have a pepper chicken, Zane said. I wrote it down. I'll have the same, Liam said, and I nodded. Okay, I'll be out soon, I said, giving both of them a fake smile before basically jogging away and going back into the kitchen. I shut the door to the kitchen and leaned up against it as Harry was eating some chips. I gave him a weird look. What's up with you? He asked before dipping another and ketchup and biting it. Nothing, I said, straightening myself up. Here you go, Paul, I said, handing him an order while Harry got their drinks. I took them from Harry and walked back nervously as my hand shook a bit, me being lucky that I didn't spill it anywhere. Here you go, I said, blushing before walking back to the kitchen. Harry, I don't know if I can go back out there, I said nervously, starting to hypervent. Whoa, Niall, where's your inhaler? He asked, right into my bag and going through it till he found it. He handed it to me. I took 2 deep breaths of it before I started to calm down. Now tell me, what's up? He said as we sat on the floor of the kitchen. I have a crush on this guy. The thing is, he's the most popular guy in school, I said, and Harry nodded. I see. How long have you had this crush on him? He asked. I shrugged. I don't know, since 7th or 8th grade. I said. He nodded. But anyways, he would never like me back. I'm just a school nerd, I said, as he shook his head. Nah, you need to learn to stick up for yourself, even though of taking up boxing with me. Ever thought of taking up boxing with me? He asked, nudging me in the elbow. Boys, get back to work, Paul said as he ran around cooking. I said before getting up and brushing off my clothes. How about I take the food for you and you go serve the other tables in your section? I can give you a ride home later. Yeah? He asked, walking past me and grabbing their now food ready. Thanks, mate. That would be great, I said. He nodded before taking their food as I went to serve up the rest of my tables. By 8 o'clock, our shifts were over and we were cleaning up the tables. So, how's Lou? I asked Harry as he smiled as I looked up. He's great, but lately he's been getting sick in the morning. He went to go see the doctor a little while after I left, and he was caught up with the phone going off. It's him now, he said. Hey, Lulu, he said, smiling. It fell as he listened. Okay, I'll be there soon, babe. Relax, okay? He said before hanging up. I gotta go home. He's crying hysterically, and he said it's important here. He said, "Come on, Nye. You can stay at my house tonight. I can drive you in the morning, 'cause I think Louie really needs me right now." I said, "Absolutely. Let's go," I said as we grabbed our things and headed out the car door. I wonder what's up. Harry's point of view. I rushed home as Louie was crying on the other end of the phone when he called. God, I hope nothing serious, like he's dying or something. The car ride was silent as I sped down the road to my and Louie's flat and pulled up. Niall and I ran there, and I flew open the door to see Louie crying on the sofa. I'm just gonna go to the guest room, Niall said as I nodded and slowly walked over to Louie. Oh, Lou, I said, sitting next to him and pulling him onto my lap. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. He kept chanting as I furrowed my eyebrows in confusion, making him look at me. Now, why would I leave you? I asked. I looked in his red puppy eyes. Because after I tell you what's wrong with me, you're gonna think I'm a freak. He whimpered. Please tell me, I begged as I started to cry. I'm pregnant, Harry. He said, my eyes widened and reached into his pocket and pulled out a sonogram he handed to me. He took it from me. I took it from him slowly and looked at the tiny white dots in the middle of it. Wow, I whispered before I got a huge grin on my face. I understand if you want to leave me, he said to be getting up, but I grabbed his arm and pulled him back down, crushing my lips on him. He was shocked at first, but moved his lips with mine. When I pulled back, I rested my forehead against his and looked in his eyes. You don't think I'm a freak? He asked as I shook my head. Absolutely not. You're my boyfriend. Well, actually, I have one question for you, I said, pulling back and grabbing the little black box I've had in my pocket for a week before getting down on one knee in front of him. I know I'm 19 and you're 21. We're both young, but I love you so much and so much. I love you so much, and you just made me love you even more, if that's possible, by giving me a child. I said, putting a hand on his stomach as he covered his mouth with a hand. Louis William Tomlinson, will you do me the honor of becoming my husband? I asked as he started to cry again. Yes, 1,000,000 times yes, he said before throwing himself into the arm and stood and spun around as he giggled. Then I set him down, put the ring on his left hand before bringing him for a long, passionate kiss. My life couldn't get any better. Others don't. Some Larry in the first chapter. It's gonna be both Liam and Larry. So I hope you enjoyed this first chapter. Comment, vote, follow, Ash. I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, gay is okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah.